Welcome to the Downtime from WTWH Media with your hosts, Sarah Wynn and Sheri Kasprzak, bringing you everything you need to know from the week in manufacturing.
And welcome back to another episode of The Downtime, a weekly manufacturing podcast from WTWH Media. I'm Sarah Wynn, Senior Editor, Digital for Packaging OEM, here with my lovely co-host,
Sheri Kasprzak. I am the Managing Editor of the Automation and Control brands. That's Plant Engineering, Control Engineering, and Consulting Specifying Engineer, also at WTWH Media. Welcome back to another episode of The Downtime. It's our weekly manufacturing podcast.
Yes, we are here, Sheri, and I wanted to say it's getting a little hot, a little steamy in the Midwest.
Would you say it's getting hot in her?
Hot in her. Good way to put it, yes. Word I was going to pivot to a little bit, I think it's time we take a bite out of manufacturing.
Yeah, it's a very interesting week, Sarah, wouldn't you say? One that you might want to avoid going into the water for?
Kind of a jawsome situation.
It's jawsome, all right. Yeah, we are in the middle of Shark Week.
Yes, we have some bite-sized insights today. Sheri, you want to kind of set the table?
You know, we're in the middle of summer, and we wanted to take this opportunity to talk about how the heat impacts the industrial sector. And there are a whole host of ways in which the heat can really have an impact. You're talking everything from worker safety to keeping the equipment cool too, because that's a big deal in a manufacturing setting. A lot of organizations are ramping up their cooling initiatives, keeping their workers hydrated, doing shift rotations. This heat is no joke. Whether it's wearing sensors to stay on top of your core temperature or making sure that plant employees are cool enough, there are a lot of things to really consider. Let's not forget air quality, because poor air quality can have an adverse effect on CNC machines and robots. So improving your air quality in your manufacturing environment is really a big deal when it comes to reducing downtime and improving your equipment longevity. So over at Plant Engineering, that's plantengineering.com, we have an excellent piece on air quality and its impact on downtime from Matthew Diener. He is of Be Clean Specialties. As always, I will drop a link to that wherever you can find our podcast. That's over on LinkedIn, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, plantengineering.com, controleng.com, and packagingoem.com. You can find a link to the article from Matthew over on those sites. Don't forget to give us a follow on LinkedIn. You can find it there. What do you think about this, Sarah?
This sounds like some cold-blooded efficiency. What a way to bite back at downtime. This is such a good topic to bring up. With the heat, not only impacts machinery, impacts employees. This is a big wave coming in. You want to make sure you're not only keeping your machinery cool, but your employees cool too. So thank you, Sheri, for bringing that up. Anything else you might want to add about it?
No, let's just take a bite out of this week's episode.
If you don't know, today is July 24th. What does that mean? What does that mean, Sarah? Oh, the Downtime podcast is now 3 months old.
Happy 3 months to us. It has flown by, and I just want to take a moment, 3 months in, to thank everyone who has followed us, everyone who listens, everyone who watches. We've seen some massive growth in our audience just in the past 3 months. It just seems so unbelievable that we've had so many people follow us and listen and give us feedback, tell us that they love what we're doing on the Downtime podcast. And I just want to thank everyone who listens, tunes in every week, follows us on LinkedIn and on Instagram, and puts up with our shenanigans. Because if there's one thing, Sarah, if you shenan once, you will shenan again.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Yes, I want to thank everyone. We have covered quite a variety of topics, Sheri. And you can listen to the Downtime's full archive on Control Engineering, Plant Engineering, or Packaging OEM's website. Also, SoundCloud is a great way to listen. And if you want to watch us on video, I'm in this thing where I'm wearing different hats every episode. Today's hat says Wynn, like my last name. You can head over to YouTube, check us out. Video, podcast, video interviews are there too. Some product demos we've featured. So thank you all. Yes, we've covered from tariffs to digital transformation. And today we are bringing a little Throwback Thursday energy. Yeah, Sheri, you feeling it?
We're throwing it back. Are we bringing it back in? I think so. Absolutely. So yeah, this week we're going to feature some pieces you've never heard on the podcast before.
All right, Sheri, we are throwing it back to a few interviews from ProMat in 2025 in Chicago, Illinois. And keep in mind, these stories haven't been mentioned on the podcast. That's no fault of their own. They simply were covered before the podcast was born. And so here we are going to go into two offerings from Schneider Electric. First is the TeSys Deca Advanced Motor Contactor. Features a compact design, streamlined wiring system, wideband coil technology. It is an upgrade from the previous TeSys Deca. It's a little bit smaller. We have some pictures of it on Packaging OEM's website. Also offers versatility to packaging machine builders when they're looking to reduce energy on their line. And it's designed with eco-friendly materials. Plus, Sheri, we love to talk retrofitting. Yes.
Absolutely, we do.
This specific contactor can retrofit older models or commercial references with just a single part. Now, I can hype it up quite a bit, but there's no one that can do it better than Tiffany Moore, Schneider Electric's Director of Product Management, Load Management. She spoke with me in Chicago, and we featured her on Packaging OEM social media. We're going to share that video with you now. She'll explain it all. Here you go,
Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore. I'm the Director of Product Management for our Load Management offer. I'm here at ProMat 2025. And so we just launched like 2 days ago in North America our TeSys Deca Advanced. It's one of our contactors. We have the traditional model, which is TeSys Deca. But as you can see for the TeSys Deca Advanced, it's a slimmer design from a measurement perspective, but that's not all. We also are able to draw in less current for the contactor, as well as the amount of current needed to keep the contact engaged. That compounded is about an 80% efficiency gain alone. There's some other sleek designs around our Everlink technology for putting in wires into the terminals, which makes it more reliable, less maintenance required as well. The other difference is because we have this wide range coil, we have less SKUs. We're going from about 80 to about 12 SKUs. So from a distributor or customer perspective, less SKUs that can handle a lot of range. That wide range coil also helps with the fluctuation of voltage going through, the current coming through, and so it's more reliable from that standpoint as well. These are ready and available today.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany, for speaking with us back at ProMat. I also spoke with Schneider's Grant Van Hermit. He's the senior offer manager at the company. He talks about the Modicon Edge IO NTS. This was released earlier this year, in about January of 2025. You can think of it as hardware that connects sensors, motors, and safety systems to your machine or line controller. And it works with common industrial protocols like Modbus, TCP, Ethernet IP, and it plays nice with others, Sheri. You don't have to use a Schneider PLC to work with it.
We love that. We love versatility.
Yes. And again, I can mention it and Sheri and I can talk about it, but no one can explain it better than Grant. So this is a Downtime exclusive. This video has not been shared anywhere else. It's coming to you, the listeners of the Downtime. Here is Grant Van Hermit talking about Schneider Electric's Modicon IO NTS.
Greetings. Hello. My name is Grant Van Hermit. I'm a offer manager with Schneider Electric, and I'm here to introduce you to our new line of distributed I/O called the Modicon Edge IO NTS. This was actually released in January of 2025, and we're pretty proud of it. Let me explain to you why. This distributed I/O platform has a full range of I/O cards, what you would expect as far as digital analog I/O. We also have safety I/O, motion control I/O. You can get it in hardened or traditional temperature ranges. You get conformal coating, that kind of thing. But in addition, our network interface modules actually work with Modbus TCP, Ethernet IP, as well as Circos 3. So therefore, we can handle the motion communication. This works on our machine structure EcoStruxure Machine Expert software that is used in predominantly machine control. It also works with EcoStruxure Control Expert, which you find mostly within plant control and process control. In addition, our effort of moving towards universal automation, this will work with the EcoStruxure Automation Expert software that is dependent upon that movement. And then in addition, we have the Modicon Edge IO configurator, which is what you can use to configure this to work with any non-Schneider PLC. The thing that we are differentiated with ourselves right now beyond anybody else in the marketplace is cybersecurity. This being a brand new product, we were able to design this around the toughest cybersecurity laws in the world. And perhaps the toughest is the Cyber Resiliency Act right now that is going into effect in Europe. So anybody that wants to sell anything into Europe that could network or potentially network, whether it's hardware or software, has to comply with that law. This even gets down to your earbuds that you use with your iPhone. So that's just how comprehensive this is. This was designed to handle it straight out. So to do this, we actually designed around IEC 62443, and we achieved the 4-1 and the 4-2 level of certification, which is the highest you can get, and is the only distributed platform that has it. The other distributed I/O platforms that are out on the market and have been out on the market, to comply with this series of regulations, they do have to do some things in the background to get there, which is why we can say that we're above and beyond. To tell you how serious we've gotten with cybersecurity, we even tried to nail down where, let's say somebody decides to create a spoof module, and they say it's going to be a 16-point input card, where really what it is, it's more of an Ethernet card. They try to build that module, they try to put it into our system, and what's going to happen is our system will not recognize it, because every single one of these cards has an individual code punched into it that we don't release that out of the factory. So this is making sure that all of the I/O that's in it is genuine. If not, it locks things down. We've also got encrypted security, we've got role-based access control, trusted platform modules, and a variety of other things we have done to try to really lock down any possible path that anybody could use to try to get into our system. We've also worked with our system suppliers, and a lot of these chips and a lot of the components are also new to the market. So we have locked down the scope of supply for the next 10 to 20 years. We call that future ready. So this is ready to go into your installation right now. It is compatible with anybody. And what we've also realized is over half of the pricing analysis models that we have put together, we are actually less than on over half of the models. I appreciate your time. Reach out to us, look up the product line, Modicon Edge IO NTS on SC.com, or reach out to your Schneider Electric salesperson or distributor for more information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Grant. Thank you, Tiffany, and to the whole Schneider Electric team. You know, Sheri, we have covered Schneider Electric quite a bit, not just packaging OEM. Control Engineering has a story from Automate that I know of. Do you have any other Schneider Electric stories you want to bring up?
Absolutely. We have many stories from Schneider Electric over at both Control Engineering and Plant Engineering. So head on over there, check out. All you have to do is do a search for Schneider Electric and you will find a lot of content from Schneider.
Yes, and I know we had previously featured Alan Greitmeyer on this podcast. That story is up. Stephanie Neal wrote that. Yes, check out controlengineering.com, plantengineering.com, and www.packagingoem.com. We will share these videos with Tiffany and Grant on the Downtime social media pages.
Be sure to check us out and don't forget to follow.
Maybe, is it time?
Oh, I don't know. But you know me, I am all about encouraging people to follow. And I think if manufacturing is your jam, as we throw it back this episode, you have got to follow us on LinkedIn. You can also follow us on Instagram, where you will find great videos, awesome interviews, funny memes, because we are hilarious. But you should also go over and follow us at SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify. You can also read our blogs every Thursday when the episodes drop. You can watch us or listen to us with timestamps over at plantengineering.com, controleng.com, and packagingoem.com. So go check us out. Coming out today, just in time for Throwback Thursday, is a classic piece on absorption chillers from Plant Engineering. This is an article that came out way back in 2015, so way before the Downtime podcast even was a thought. you should go over and check it out over on the Plant Engineering LinkedIn page. Give us a follow over there if you're not already a follower. And I'll be sure to link the article everywhere you can find us. But if you're not familiar with absorption chillers, as I mentioned at the start of the episode, we are in the heat of summer. Absorption chillers use thermal energy in hot water or steam to power a reaction that chills water to feed a central chilled water cooling system. Now that we're in the middle of summer, options like absorption chillers are a good way to save on electricity. Electric chillers, even though they are more efficient than ever, they do contribute to a lot of summer demand peaks, but absorption chillers just need electricity for pumps and cooling tower fans. The average absorption chiller has an electric demand less than 10% of its electric counterpart. So go give this piece a read. It's really informative, and leave us a comment. Has your facility used absorption chillers, and what do you think of them? Do you think they're more efficient? Once again, I will link the article everywhere you can find us. Go check us out on LinkedIn. I'll definitely have the article linked at our LinkedIn page.
A 10-year throwback Thursday.
Wow. Right?
What decade, Sheri, a whole decade. Wow. A lot has changed in 10 years, but you know what? Plant engineering still delivers the same great content in print and on web.
As I always say, don't call it a throwback. Call it a plant engineering classic.
Yeah, like a little remix to it. Sheri's bringing it back, jamming it out. Very nice, very nice.
Absolutely. So, Sarah, since we are in the middle of summer, I think that it would be just the most fun if we played a little summer trivia game. What do you think?
Summer trivia.
Summer trivia. It's a mix of stuff that is just random summer trivia, but also some questions that I think our audience members are going to want to guess, at least make some guesses at as well. Things that are engineering related, that are also related to the summer. What do you think?
I think I'll play along, but I'm going to warn you that my best trivia categories are probably WrestleMania and Ohio State football. So we'll play. I'll try my hardest.
All right. That's all we ever ask. So if you're listening, be sure to play along with us. We'd love to get your guesses. Like, you can scream at us and tell us what you think the answers are, and drop us a comment. All right. So, Sarah, which fruit do you think is most consumed in the United States during the summer months? Is it A, pineapple, B, watermelon, C, strawberries, or D, peaches?
I'm going to go watermelon.
You're correct, my friend. Nicely done.
Thank you, thank you. You know, we're going to, let's tie in, let's have some fun. Let's do some flexible packaging trivia.
My favorite.
Sheri and I are going to offset each other a bit. She'll have a question. I'll have a question. You know, I love a little flexible packaging, so we're going to put Sheri on the spot. Sheri, what flexible packaging material is commonly used for beach snacks because it blocks moisture, oxygen, and UV light? Sheri, is it metallicized film? Is it craft paper? Or is it clear polyethylene?
I'm going to go with A.
Ding, 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 ding.
Woohoo!
Sheri's in the win column.
Yes, I'm #winning.
Okay, what's up next?
All right. What country is credited with inventing ice cream? Is it A, Italy, B, France, C, China, or D, the USA?
I'm going to say Italy because gelato.
That's a good guess. It's actually China.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have gotten that. That's an L. Next one. Why are stand-up pouches popular for single-serve summer beverages and snacks? They provide excellent shelf stability and portability. They are glass alternatives. They dissolve in water after use.
I don't think they dissolve in water. That's weird.
AI assisted with some of these questions.
I mean,
do they dissolve in water?
That sounds like something that would happen on AI. It would just make your stuff disappear. That sounds right. No, I think that they are good on the shelf and they're portable. I think that that's the answer.
Yes, and you can read all about flexible packaging in my flexible packaging story featuring Topin, Bonco Products, and Mondi Group at packagingoem.com. Sheri is correct. Ding, ding, ding. She has 2 in a row. She is beating me.
So, Sarah, now that we're in the heat of summer, which material is most susceptible to thermal expansion in outdoor piping systems during summer heat? And I know this is like your favorite topic is outdoor piping systems. Is it A, stainless steel? I'm a southerner, I can't say the word steel. It comes out as still. A, stainless steel, B, copper, C, PVC, or D, aluminum?
Copper?
No, it's actually,
I don't know.
It's actually PVC.
Sheri, which flexible packaging feature helps keep ice cream or frozen treats from freezer burn? High barrier films, vent holes, or a matte finish? And you know I do love a matte finish.
I love it.
But I don't think that's it.
Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. I'm going to go with vent holes.
No. It is high barrier films, Sheri. Remember, this is going to live in the freezer. A little ice cold for you.
Right.
It's okay.
Better luck next time. We'll get them next time. So, Sarah, now that it's summer, HVAC is more important than ever. Which HVAC system component is most often controlled with a VFD to optimize summer energy efficiency? Is it A, the condenser coil, B, the fan motor, C, the thermostat, or D, ductwork?
We'll say fan motor because we'll say fan motor.
That's right. Yep. The VFD drives that motor. So very well done.
What flexible packaging innovation helps reduce plastic use while maintaining product freshness for summer salads and fruit cups? Is it biodegradable shrink wrap, reclosable zipper pouches, or edible films?
I'm going to say biodegradable film wrap.
Reclosable zipper pouches.
Oh, that was my first guess, but I second guessed myself.
But edible films, how would that?
Do you like eat the salad and then eat the film? And so, Sarah, in outdoor plant design, what is the most common solution to compensate for thermal expansion in summer exposed pipelines? Is it A, installing extra insulation, B, adding water jackets, C, using large diameter pipe, or D, incorporating expansion loops or joints?
I'm going to go with D, incorporating expansion loops or joints.
You are absolutely right, my friend. Woohoo!
Thank you. You know, outdoor plant design is not an area I typically cover, but I appreciate the question.
Awesome.
And we'll move into the last flexible packaging question. Which flexible packaging type is most likely to peel or warp when exposed to summer heat and humidity? Heat-sealed polyethylene bags, direct thermal labels on flexible films, or multi-layer laminated films?
I'm going to say the laminated films.
It is C, direct thermal labels on flexible films. So when you go over to the beach and you're going to paddleboard, don't bring your edible packaging and don't bring your direct thermal labels on flexible films.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
All right, Sarah, I think we are finally swimming out of the shark-infested waters. I think we're safe. We made it through the episode. Yet another episode of the Downtime.
You're right to say that because my shark senses are no longer tingling, so we are good to go.
We made it.
Yes, so wrapping up another episode of The Downtime, a weekly manufacturing podcast from WTWH Media. That stands for Willing to Work Harder. You can check out WTWH's new website, WTWHmedia.com. I am Sarah Wynn with
Sheri Kasprzak. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.